Yo, this is Zoe Williams, the voice of reason and the host of the ZoWhat morning show. First and foremost, let me thank everyone who's donated to the GoFundMe page. But I have some bad news to report. One of our biggest donations has proven to be fraudulent. And of course, they took that out of our account earlier today. I'm really disappointed about it. They said it was some fraudulent activity that happened on the GoFundMe page, and it kind of hurt my heart because I knew it was kind of too good to be true when we got these huge donations maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, but now one of them has proven to be fraudulent, and I'm thinking that the other 3 may also be found that way as well. Needless to say, my goodness, we are in need of those donations to keep the high quality production that we do going. I don't know what to say about, who's responsible for it. I just know we got to keep pushing. I just know I cannot be stopped because of something like this. I just ask that everybody come together, coalesce around this cause, and donate to www.gofundme.com/Zoe Williams. If you appreciate the work we do and you love the shows that we produce, please, out of the kindness of your heart, continue to support. Thank you so much, and we'll keep it coming. Deuces.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
I'm a relationship hack.
Run up and get touched up, suicide. And all of y'all know my style. I excel, then prevail. Run up and get touched up, suicide, that's it. And all of y'all know my style.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ZoWhat morning show. We only do this show once a week, so the content gotta be concentrated. I'm Zoe Williams, your host. We're waiting on Jeff Brown to walk in, casually late as usual. But we got an incredible topic today, a very important topic today. It's got to get dealt with. The world is in an uproar, and we have to provide some clarity, right? Or at least a different perspective for what's going on. Now, you already know what it is. It's Dash Radio. This is ZoWhat Morning, 11 to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm Zoe Williams. My team is in the building. Man. As is commonplace, you already know we got to do a little bit of promoting. Let me just do this real quick. For anybody who considers themselves to be loyal, I'm talking to my YouTube people, 29,000 on YouTube subscribers, 29,000 on Twitter subscribers, 10,000 on IG subscribers, 15,000 Facebook. We're asking for 300 loyal supporters of the ZoWhat Morning Show to drop $100 today. We could get at least 300 out of the over nearly 100,000 subscribers across all platforms. Y'all gotta support us strong today.
Yes.
I'm asking for 300 of the 80, 85, 90,000, 100,000 subscribers to support what we're trying to do. We need $100 from 300 people. Please support. You could do that through Super Chat on YouTube. In the YouTube, there's the Super Chat where you can donate through the Super Chat. Or you can go to GoFundMe.com/Zoe Williams, Z-O Williams. Or you can click the donation button at IamZoeWilliams.com, right? Very important, urgent that everybody heed this call to action. Today is the day. We need to make a significant impact today. It's very important. Now, I gotta promote these guys. Man. Oh, Manischewitz. Why y'all laughing?
Because you get hyped over this.
Man, I drank a bottle of, man. Let me tell you, have you ever been driving and like on some weirdness, you look up and it's like 8 blocks later, but you don't remember the blocks you drove through? This morning, I was just sleepy, tired. And I was like, I'm going to drink the Total Package Energy when I get to the studio, not before. Normally, I'll drink it before. When I tell you, I was thinking, did I kill somebody? Because I don't remember. I don't remember the last 12 blocks. I look up, I'm like, oh, I'm in Hollywood. Now, the last time that happened to me.
You was abducted by aliens?
No.
You was driving
T-Radio V had a party. And they asked me to come to the party as
the popcorn.
I had some goddamn some weed botanical laced popcorn.
Whoa.
Oh, that was hilarious.
And the popcorn tastes regular. It tasted like regular. You know, what's that?
Wow.
What's that sweet candy popcorn?
Kettle corn.
That shit was delicious. And apparently I ate too much of
That
it.
shit was delicious.
Anytime you eat those, you eat too much.
And I was with this girl. And you know how in the scary movies, black people be the first one to recognize some evil shit and then be the first one to leave without telling people.
Right. You
know, be like, oh shit, there go the devil. And then easily, no, there's some evil shit. And then they just leave. They don't tell nobody. That's how I felt. I felt some bullshit coming on. I was like, this doesn't feel right. I started bugging. I started tripping. And I was like, get to your car and drive home now. Drive home now before this shit overtakes you. Like, my conscious shit was like, you're under attack, Zoe. Get to the car, right? So, by the time I got to San Vicente, my nigga, I was fucked up. I have never been fucked up in my life. I was fucked to the point where I just pulled over into this liquor store. You know that liquor store over there on San Vicente and La Brea?
There was that one night at Stephanie's friends' parties where you were sipping on that wine, but that's another story.
I don't remember that.
You don't
I don't
remember
sip
that?
on no wine.
You don't remember that?
I don't drink, nigga. I know. I don't drink.
You remember that.
Nigga, you just think because I'm funny that I know. I'm just funny. I'm just the life of the party.
No, you were sipping on wine that night.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you was. You and
Did somebody
Kev,
give me some shit?
You were at the party at Stephanie's friend's house. You and Kev, and y'all
Who
came.
was
to-
Kev?
Remember Kev? That she went. My friend Kev.
That's
the
your friend?
the funny
nigga?
dude.
That ain't your friend. Nigga.
Whatever.
Okay, cool. That's some other shit.
Whatever.
But let me finish my story. Oh, don't derail my story. This is about Total Package Energy.
I'm just saying, you was tripping that night too.
But nigga, I had to pull over, and I was over there for like 6 hours. And then it finally wore off, and then I drove home. But yo, I felt like that this morning. Just tired, busy, running. Oh, let me shout out a black-owned business real quick. If you get a chance to support Ice Cube's Big 3,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
man, you better go support the Big 3.
Yeah.
That's a black-owned business,
Yep.
number one.
Yep.
Number two, I was at the Staples Center
Really?
yesterday for the Big 3.
That's when he had to shoot out with LeVar.
Yeah, me and my daughter, me and Prima was there. Let me tell you something. That shit was so fly.
What?
First off, he took pickup, half court pickup, and brought it inside. That's number one. Then, how you get all those people? The shit was damn near packed. You know you can't.
Right.
First off, it's LA.
Yeah,
See,
people-
you can go pack
Right.
Atlanta. You can go pack other places. But Places like New York and LA,
too much shit to do.
It's just too much shit to do. You understand what I'm saying? So on a Sunday, he had the Staples Center damn near to capacity.
Damn.
I couldn't understand it.
And off basketball season.
On some weird, strange off basketball, half court, 3-on-3. What?
Some dude was talking about it's like better than professional basketball.
It was intense.
Lamar Odom about to jump in.
Yeah.
Man, I was like, man, this is cool.
You know, they had a draft for it up in Vegas too.
I loved it. So Snoop Dogg came out, performed at halftime. It was turned. I was like, what? So number one, if the big three is in your city, go buy tickets, go support it. It was a big time movement. I want to shout out DJ Ski. DJ Ski, who owns Dash Radio, was the DJ. He's the DJ for the whole big three. So the shit was super fly. Had the beats and shit playing throughout the game. He took outside and brought it inside with old professionals. Fucking Charles Oakley slapping niggas like the old days. This nigga did an MMA move, backhanded somebody, got a technical. I was like, oh shit, the Knicks are back. It was fly, man. It was super fly. Okay, so support the big three. Wow. Now back to Total Package Energy. Best energy supplement drink. And let me just tell you, there are a lot of pros. This is something you can drink that you can do a piss test. You're not going to get in trouble. This is the business.
I did a boot camp on that on Saturday.
Yeah?
That shit was nuts.
Had you fired, didn't it?
I did the whole workout with them and then did the training for boxing, and everybody else was moving down the line, wasn't missing a beat, dude. I was
man, Total Package Energy, man.
Usain Bolt should have took that before you ran.
That's what he should have did, right. Get yourself 3 cases of this. Don't play yourself. Also, AndroidHome.com. The reason why I'm promoting these shoes right here, first, luxury brand. The dude designs them here in Los Angeles. He's has them handmade in fucking Italy. Super fly kicks. But more importantly, school is on its way back. He's having a 70% off sale.
Back to school.
Hey, get yourself some Italian super flies and go to school on some slickery. Mom and dad, go there right now. AndroidHome.com. Please continue to support this brother. I got a couple of other things. Oh, KennethBogSuits.com. Tailored suits. Please continue to support them as well. ShepherdSweets.com. Please continue to support that sister. She asked me the other day.
Candy Crack.
She asked me, I can tell you're not supporting. I said, what? What happened? She was like, you're not promoting me no more. I said, yeah, I am. Let me find out. I was like, what? You gonna beat me up? Okay, cool.
You better send some examples to the studio.
That's what needs to happen. I told her, like,
Shit.
you ain't sent no gifts. Yeah. You gotta send some crack up there and get it started again.
They gotta see us turn to Pookie.
Sweets. Please continue to support that sister. Also, mind-blowing mobile apps. Sister did my app. Very powerful stuff. If you're in business and you don't have an app, you're not really in business. That's the store on your phone. Let me tell you how convenient this is, man, in terms of just the store on your phone. You know you could just buy shit now with this phone. Yeah. You don't even really need to pull your card out.
At all.
So everything is just integrated through the phone. And if you're an entrepreneur, a small business owner, and you don't have an app, and everybody in the world is on their app, you're kind of missing an entire market. So please continue to support all of the businesses that I put in front of you. But I'm going to say it again. I'm looking for 300 supporters of the ZoWhat and Voice of Reason radio movement. 300 supporters to give $100 today. We got too many. Listen, where are we at? 29,193 subscribers on
Which
YouTube.
is not enough for this show, actually. But
right.
Let's get that shit out there. There's motherfuckers who watching dogs got 300,000 subscribers and shit.
Well, dogs.
Some bullshit.
Dogs are loved. Dogs are loved. All right. So really quickly, We Juice. Gotta support We Juice. My man Hassan McCullough is in the building. I want to thank everybody who supports the We Juice program.
Yeah, thank you.
His business. Thank you for supporting him throughout the years.
My website is back up again now, so everything's operational.
Did you pimp slap the guy?
Yeah, this right here. Water. Wait a minute. Water for strawberry. Watermelon, strawberry, ginger, mint, and lime. It sounds like this sounds like yum yum yum. Great. Please continue to go to wejuice.com. OUIJUICE. That's OUIJUICE. Wejuice.com.
And put the code ZoWhat to get your discount. It's all one word. ZoWhat.
Kev.
Yep. Cop Stop Guardian people. I'd like to thank you for donating. Everybody has started to pick up the donations. You can donate more than $1. I know I got a $1 challenge out there, but you guys, you can donate more than $1. Please get that money out there to help you or to help us help you. So that's GoFundMe.com/CopStopGuardian. If you don't know what it is, it's like basically having 911 in the car with you, your own personal 911 to talk to the police officers, to talk you through a police stop, so that you both go home safely. Calms down the tension at the stop and everybody goes home safe. So get out there, GoFundMe.com/CopStopGuardian. Also want to thank people who've been donating, who've been watching my mini-series, Wordplay. You guys, I want you guys to get out there and watch episode 2. I just put it up a couple of days ago. So get out there. I'm breaking down the etymology of certain words like idiot, queen, bulldozer. That's going to really
Queen mean hoe, don't it?
Not necessarily.
Hoe-ass bitch. Oh,
not necessarily. That's why I break down on the show. So
that's why I'm telling you that.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys go check that out. Also, bulldozer is another word you guys will trip on. But so go to realnagas.com. Excuse me, that's the YouTube channel, Real Nagas YouTube channel. Also for the gear, the Dragon Moore, Phoenix Moore, and Native Amarukan gear, go to realnagas.com. Please get out there and support. Please, please, please.
Hey, we appreciate it. We appreciate the love. Lance Polk on YouTube just dropped a C note. We need 29 more. 29 more. If we can get 29 more people to drop a C note.
What up, Lance?
Lance, we appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're about to get busy. I'm going to take a quick break. But when I come back, what? No, we're good. Take it easy. Just relax. He's starting to scare me. My engineer is really weird. But when we come back, today's topic is going to be so crazy. Can I say it right now? I want to say it right now. Call it what it is. Mr. President, call it what it is. We're going to look at America's legacy of homeland. Barbarism, bullshit. Terrorism. Gosh, call it what it is. Why it take 3 days? Why it take 3 days for you to call it what it is? Are they your core constituents? Jeez, call it what it is. We're going to have this conversation. It's bigger than Kaepernick. Is he a distraction? Is the NFL a distraction? What's the real shit going on? Oh, man, this topic is going to be crazy, man. This is about to be fire, yo. Ooh, this is about to be fire. We're about to take a quick break. When we come back, the ZoWhat Morning Show is about to jump head over heels into this. Don't play yourself. Get down with us. We'll be back at 2.2, and I'll talk to you shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, the ZoWhat Morning Show back in the building. You already know Zoe Williams is here. The phone line is 323-230-4445. That's 323-230-4445. Today's topic, Mr. President, call it what it is. Now, Donald Trump just came out and denounced, white supremacy and, neo-Nazis and all of those people who claim allegiance with him. But he did that after nearly 72 hours of intense pressure. Now, my question is, why do we have to pressure him to speak on behalf of all of the nation's citizens? So now we have a question here that I think is an important question to ask. Is the president's toxic inability to stand for and lead all of the nation's citizens a primary cause for the alt-right's steady rise. The alt-right is his conservative base. David Duke is out there claiming we're the people who put you in office. So he says he has no allegiance, right?
Right.
But the reality of it is politicians pledge allegiance to, their constituents and typically let them down after they get in office. This is commonplace for most politicians.
Right.
I'm going to tell you everything you want. I always say this. Politicians are like college recruiters.
Yep.
They're going to tell that family whatever that family wants to hear. Hey, man, my son has never played point guard. Are you going to develop him as a point guard? Absolutely. But then after you get him, well, we don't develop at this level. What? What part of the game is that? Well, basically I said that just to get him here. But again, that's how it works.
Yes.
Politicians do the exact same thing, right? So I'm asking the questions now. When we start talking about white people in America and their responsibility for a lot of the hate, for a lot of the divisiveness that happens between the races, everybody get mad. Like, you're not supposed to even mention that. Like, you're not supposed to say anything about that. Like, they get to say, remember us, right? Remember us, the shit we've been through. But then when you say, well, remember us and the shit we've been through, they say, you should get over that because we didn't have nothing to do with it. We don't even remember that shit.
That was my other people's.
That wasn't even us, right? Now we got to start asking questions like, what do domestic terrorists look like? Now, last I checked, Bloods and Crips are doing stupid shit by fighting each other. And we're going to own that.
Yes.
We're going to own that as black people. It's dumb for Bloods and Crips to be fighting each other, especially when the system is set up in a way that we lose in anyway. We got to be 10 times better than the next to even get in. So we ain't got no business fighting each other like that.
But that's also part of the system.
I got it. Let me set up the show. But what I'm saying is, peep this. The Black Panthers started because they was like, yo, let's start these lunch programs. Let's start feeding the poor. Let's start looking out. And then it evolved into this thing of, well, by any means necessary, you do something to us, we're going to defend and protect ourselves according to the Second Amendment.
Right. When
black people pick up guns, the Second Amendment gets suspended. We got to suspend this shit. Niggas is good. The Second Amendment's for white people now.
Yep.
When niggas pick up guns, we got to suspend that. Temporarily, of course, but we got to suspend it until we get the guns out these niggas' hands. Yep. Right? So ask yourself a question. The United States government saw the Black Panthers as a problem, so they eradicated them. Mm-hmm. The KKK still here, holding rallies. Why is the KKK still here holding rallies? If the Black Panthers are considered or were considered a threat that needed to be put down by the government, how come the government has never seen the KKK as a threat that needed to be put down? You got patriots. They call themselves different names. David Duke, white empowerment. These motherfuckers is running around aligning themselves with Germany and Hitler. Last I checked, that was treason. How you rocking with Germany, Nazis, Hitler, and you a patriot? I don't know. We need to deal with this, and nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about it. You see them white people fighting against the police, pushing against the police line. If those were black people pushing against the police line, you already know. You already know. Motherfuckers will be scatting. And those is gunshots going off. Those ain't hands. Those is guns.
People
think Ella Fitzgerald was in this motherfucker.
If people knew what scatting was, they didn't really know how funny that shit is. That shit is hilarious.
Now you starting to see the real information coming out, where the FBI has already said it's the right wing, white males of the right wing that are doing the most dirt. Go all the way back to Timothy McVeigh. The Black Panthers wasn't trying to blow up buildings, but Timothy McVeigh blew up a government building. Nobody. Okay, cool. All right. What did Hillary Clinton call us? Super predators, or what did she call us? You know, it's like superhuman, Super Saiyan thugs. You know what I mean? Like, she called us something.
I think it was the predator.
Super predators. Like it's like a super strain of gonorrhea. Super powerful Negroes that are out to destroy everything.
The mutated niggas.
Right, they're here to destroy Christmas, right? What do you call white people that do the same? See,
Americans.
That's what you call them. You call them Americans. So when you hear Donald Trump come out and throw disingenuous terms like, we all need to be one.
That he's reading all robotically from the page.
Come on.
We all need to be one.
We are one. We are one. Come on, we have to deal with it. We have to deal with it, man. So today's topic, you already know what it is. Mr. President, call it what it is. Oh, Jesus. Unchallenged white terrorism. A deeper look at America's shameful legacy of homegrown terrorism. Fuck. Kev,
what up?
What are your thoughts on this, man? Like Charlottesville? Like, what are your thoughts? Because I'm not gonna talk no more. Go ahead.
Charlottesville. Well, all this shit is bullshit, really, to me. I mean,
you're gonna have to explain that before you piss some people off.
Well, it's distraction. I mean, it's all of this shit is distraction. So again, in my episode of Wordplay, I explain the word idiot, and I go down and break it down deeply. So that is the masses of unlearned people, the stupid people. And so they have to keep you guys occupied with bullshit so that you don't really understand what's going on and then unite against them. So how do I do that? I have to constantly keep a divide between you. So how do I do that? Constantly show you bullshit on TV about racism. Now, if you look at, or if you're watching TV, you would think that racism is just the most pervasive thing throughout the country, and it's not even really like that. I mean, but they put it out there. Just same thing as how if you watch TV, you think that black people is the ones that's robbing and doing all the damn crime. They just report on it more. So they have to get you. They have to put your mind state at a separatist mind state or a divided mind state, because the other thing that's going on is the dumbass they've put in control of the country who's trying to break it, because the overall goal is to get you to join a one world government. So like the Pope came out about a month ago and he said America needs to be under a one world government.
The Pope said this. The
Pope said that. Then right after that, because he's talking about how reckless America is under Donald Trump. Excuse me. So then about a couple weeks after that, the Pentagon came out and said that America has lost its standing in the world. So then there was a documentary, or this but
it has to.
Huh?
It has to lose its standing in
exactly
in order to
that's the whole point,
destroy.
Right? Just so we
build and destroy.
Exactly. So it's the line that's going down. So then there was a Vice special report that came up. If you know the Vice media, so these cats are really off the chain when reporting. So they did an interview with the head of the Council on Foreign Relations. Mm-hmm. This dude wrote a book called The World in Disarray. So if you guys don't understand, the Council on Foreign Relations and the Trilateral Commission are the two main organizations that are kind of controlling this world government shit. So he comes on and he talks about how the world and every government is breaking down because, or as far as the citizens, nationalists and nationalists as far and globalists. There's a big war going on between nationalists and globalists, and so this is tearing countries apart. And so he's talking about how there may have to be a coming together of all the countries. So this is going on the other end. While you guys are sitting over here fighting over some bullshit, they're literally working to take your country away from you. That's the main goal that's going on right now. So when people are talking about,
your country, as in ours, or
and yes, our country,
like, because
I mean,
I don't know.
Well, no, it is if you understand and you exercise your power. But if you don't know, you can't exercise that power. You gotta
explain that, Kev.
I gotta explain what?
How you have power in this system. Because a lot of black people feel disempowered. They feel disenfranchised.
But you are. If you're disaggregate, you are. If you're an individual, you have no power. You absolutely have no power. But the thing is, most black people are really stuck in a thing of, if they think they need to come together as far as being unified, I got to get all these black people together. Man, that also to me is an illusion, because you live in a country with more than just black people. And so no matter what, you're going to have to work with other people to get shit done. And so this is why they try to keep the divide between you. If you constantly think that I'm over here, there's this one group of motherfuckers over here. There's one group of motherfuckers over here. There's only one group of motherfuckers. If they constantly keep you guys separated like that, you cannot join. You cannot Voltron off and smack the shit out of them. That's what they don't want. So again,
you're just basically saying links of a chain can't gangbang against each other.
So, dude,
that ain't some old Chattanooga, Tennessee, sitting on the porch with your seersucker on.
What is it?
Oh my God!
You like that, huh?
Yeah,
with his mason jar tea.
Look here, boy, look here. I don't know about all that other shit you talking about, but you can't get how a chain gonna gang bang on the cell.
But that's the main plan from way back when you were slaves together. When everybody with Caucasians and melanated people were slaves or servants, indentured servants together. Before they did that Bacon's Rebellion, that was the initial plan. Okay, look, they joined together, they fucked us. Okay, how can we not let this happen ever again? All right, we have to create the divide. What do? All right, we've got to make the Caucasian people think that they're better than the black people. Absolutely. So this is the KKK are just an extreme of that philosophy. So when you got the Caucasians and melanated people working together, so they say
Caucasians have to denounce the lie they believe in, that is America.
They do, but they don't. They're miseducated too, though. They're miseducated too. They don't understand. They don't know history. They think they're told a false ass history too. So they grasp onto that just like niggas do.
Go ahead.
So
there's no upside in the past model. Okay. I don't think there's a such thing on most levels as racist Klansmen or racist cops. Those are bigots doing the bidding of the racists. The racists are the people who give them their marching orders. The same country clubs and private parties we can't go to, can't none of them fucking cops go. What I think the
unless they're security.
Yeah, exactly. They have been charged with the duty of taking care of society's garbage, not understanding that the people who put them there don't even view them as garbage men. So, once like I always say, once white folks figure out regular white people figure out how bad they're being fucked, there'll be smoke in every city. But before that,
well, it's getting close because whites is whooping each other's ass down in
what
Charlottesville.
can I tell, bruh?
This dude just ran over that white girl. This white dude ran over a white girl.
Yes,
but because stuff always happens though. They always got inner. You got social crime in your.
This is. Did you see the Thing? John Carpenter's The Thing. This was a
love that movie.
The new one.
The old school one from the 70s with Keith David, the old one.
Yeah, Kurt Russell.
Remember when they were trying to test to see who was who, and they would take a red hot
and put it in the blood.
This society is putting red hot whatever into the blood, the lifeblood of America. And guess who's jumping back? The white man this is his last ditch tantrum for survival. You don't think he sees? He don't see that he's basically being fucked out of existence? In order to get rid of me and you, they didn't use dogs, guns, fire, rope, mental anguish, and none of that has been successful. Do you know what it takes for me to get rid of a white man? A date with his daughter. Wow.
Whoa.
A date with her. You using all this shit. All I need is 4 hours and my ding ding. And I'm gonna put a hook in your family tree. You can't get out.
4 hours and my
all
ding
I gotta
ding.
do is be in front of your daughter and don't say nothing stupid for 4 hours. And now, y'all ain't all white no more. According to how you count it. I done fucked you over with one evening with your daughter. And if you don't think they see that shit, that they don't see that numerically, if we all said, if all the people of color and the white people sympathetic to our cause were to decide, fuck this, do you know how hard a time they would have? It would be, oh my God. Think about this. In the past 10,000 years of civilization, the decision makers, those who have sent us to war, those who have built economies, you got maybe 50,000 people. Maybe 50,000 people in 10 years that have made the huge decisions. The bajillions of us, most of us are just comfortable.
Are subject to those decisions.
Subject to those decisions and glad to not have to make them.
Wow. That's ugly.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't have to figure this out.
Most people, you're stupid. Most people want the luxury of not having to think.
Wow.
They love that shit.
But see, again, here we are today, right now, dealing with white racism and how quiet it is.
Oh, yeah.
And now this is the loudest we've ever seen it in America.
Yes, our generation, yes.
Our generation, nobody's ever seen white racism on Front Street like this.
No. Seen it in the movies.
My question is, for what purpose? America is theater. Oh, see, understand, politics and government is theater.
In the words of a friend of mine, go deeper.
Right? No different than religion. Religion is theater. History is theater. Whenever there's a story being told, somebody wrote that script. Right? Now understand, the truth right now, that shit is for the elite. Black and white thinking. Do you understand what I'm saying? Black and white thinking.
You can't handle the
is
truth.
For the commoner.
Yes.
See, your life is too complicated with too many perspectives.
Right.
You are to work, feed, produce.
Put your little badge on.
Put your little badge on. Shit. Wake up one day and then it's over.
Where's your smock?
That's it.
Where's your smock?
We'll give you a gold watch.
That's it.
He said, where's your smock?
That's it. And people don't understand. When you start talking about perspective, listen, what was my man who wrote that book about the rings, the Holy Grail? Lawrence Gardner. Lawrence Gardner, when he wrote the Grail King books, right? He said for years, whether it's Napoleon, whether it's Caesar, see, when the Greeks and the Romans move farther east into Russia, they're no longer Caesar.
The Grail Kings?
The Grail Kings.
The Grail Kings.
They're no longer Caesar. They're called czars.
Right.
But czar is Caesar.
It's Caesar. That's right.
Czar is Caesar. Just turn Russian, czar. Yeah, but it's still Caesar, right? They just moved over there. And at the end of the day, knowledge. That shit is premium.
Yes.
That knowledge is for elites.
Top.
So
y'all don't get that yet, man.
And what he explained in that book was all of the rulers have used history as propaganda.
Yes.
So now I got to start asking questions. I got to question everything. Let's question everything. Why is it that black leaders who have ties with the U.S. government are Greeks? Right? Or part of some Greek.
Kappa, Q.
Right?
Yeah.
Why couldn't it have been, and I'm just asking the question,
How come it can't be
let me just say
Hotep?
this. Let me just say this. I support Colin Kaepernick. I think it's unfair what they've done to him, but he's Kappa. Why choose him? Right? Why not choose Marshawn Lynch, who just came out and said, I've been sitting for 11 years.
Exactly.
Right.
And it ain't really got nothing to do with the flag or whatever, but I ain't never stood up, really.
And y'all ain't said nothing to me.
Y'all ain't said nothing. Why ain't you say something about him?
Right.
Why catapult Kaepernick? Why catapult King? King is alpha.
Alpha.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, and then people say, oh, man, this is some old conspiracy theory shit. But it really...
No.
When we talk about theater, you look up the Greek word for God, it's theos. Theos. Theos also produces our word theater. Right? Shakespeare, the motherfucker who translated the Bible,
remixed it.
What did he say about the world? The world is a stage. And everybody's got their role to play, motherfuckers. So again, when we talk politics, ask yourself a question. Why is certain narratives being allowed to come to national media?
Thank you. How do I know? Why do I know about Russia?
Why?
Why do I know about Hillary's emails? Do you know how much shit I don't know about? Do you know how much shit, okay? They go in a bag of shit and decide which shit to pull out. That's my whole thing about the presidency. The president ain't gonna change shit. What we trying to get a pulse on, meaning we, the true decision makers that aren't elected, is which person are you going to be most comfortable with as a group taking this bullshit we finna give you?
That's what I'm saying. Like, everything has to be challenged now. We already know history is propaganda. It is designed. Whoever wins the war gets to rewrite it.
My man.
There you go.
My man.
So who's to say whatever narrative that's coming down the pike right now is some real shit to be believed?
It's not.
Kev?
And that goes back to my initial statement. They are literally, I mean, if you have to watch the news, and not some old Facebook news and Instagram and all that bullshit that you're sharing, you guys have to get into actual publications and watch what's going on with the world and then start piecing this shit together. They have to break America down. If America's thriving, then you won't call for a change. You won't. This is like, nigga, what I need change for, nigga? This, somebody came and offer you some food and you chilling with a good, nice hamburger, you're like, nah, nigga, I'm good.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? They have to knock the hamburger out your hand first in order for they to offer you some new food. So that's what they're doing right now. And, Trump is, you got to look what's going on. Donald Trump, the star of fucking the Apprentice, is your goddamn president. I mean, are you sitting back and really understanding what's going on? The dumbest motherfucker that they could ever have to be president is president. And why the hell you think that is? Because they're ready for him to drop the glass bowl and break it so they can offer you some new shit.
Wow.
Here's another bowl. Here, hey, nigga, I got a nice new crystal bowl, nigga. That bowl you had, Vlad, that was some bullshit, nigga. That was bullshit.
What do you guys think of order out of chaos?
Order out of chaos.
Oh, of course.
The Masonic credo.
Well, the
Jeff
first
and
thing,
then Kev.
America as a construct has gone the way of the beeper. It's outlived its usefulness.
The VCR nigga?
Yeah. America is that VCR right now with 12 blinking on it.
With 12
o'clock.
o'clock.
You go to your grandma's house.
Because you don't know how to set it.
She didn't set it. I swear to God, okay? This is a tangent, but it's kind of on the same subject. I bought back in the day, I thought I was doing something. I bought my grandparents. This was one thing when I won Star Search. I bought them a big screen TV and I bought them an answering machine. I'm taking you back to the early 90s, nigga. I was on the road. I didn't have time to program it. This was my grandparents' answering machine message for years. But hell, what we supposed to do? Oh, baby, I don't know what to do. The boy bought us a thing. Well, goddamn it, you just talked to him. Shit, get him on the phone. Swear to God. For years, and nobody would fix it. That's who we have become with no longer being the leaders in manufacturing, no longer being the leaders in technology. And you know how we got to be the leaders? With two things. One, the 400-year economic head start that barbaric slavery gave us, and 2, when the world started to catch us again in the 30s and 40s, we bombed the sweet fuck out of everybody else. Germany, Japan, they couldn't catch us. But then what happened? Over the 50s, over the 60s, over the 70s, they started to catch us. And how? Because of the same goobers that's fighting in the street now, being union and going, oh no, I'm not gonna do that, and coming in late on Monday and leaving early on Friday. That American bullshit has allowed white folks to squander a 400-year head start. That coupled with interest is fucking imaginary.
Yes,
It's imaginary. Okay, if I owe you $5, motherfucker, I owe you $5. Stop trying to make me pay for what I don't have right now. And the desire to have shit that you cannot pay for was everybody raping everybody. And now this piece of paper that they're using to rape you with, and the concept and the construct is useless. Well, how do we unfold this shit without pandemonium we can't control?
Right.
We do it slowly over time.
Yep.
We over-militarize these small police stations. We always got to blame what regular white folks don't have on regular folks of color. It can't never be about us. And then when we got all the shit in place, we're going to snatch the rug out from under it.
Well, they just said that they might suspend the next elections because they found that the voting machines can be hacked in like literally a couple minutes. So
okay.
this is on CNN and everything a few days ago. They said they're thinking about
ain't the meat.
Suspending the elections. So again, and then what happens? Trump, he fires his head of his chief of staff, and who does he put in head of chief of staff? The 3-star general. So you about to get some military rule coming in a second.
How about it?
Once Trump keeps on fucking up, then that little military rule is gonna come in, because you got, again, the whole thing that's going on with North Korea, this one world government. There were a few countries who were holding back from coming into this one world shit. One of them was Iran. They paid Iran off. It's like, look, nigga, y'all need to come on in. We're gonna give y'all some billions. Y'all good? All right, let's go.
Right.
Cuba. Then that's when Barack Obama, he opened up Cuba.
Exactly.
Libya, what they do? They took Gaddafi out.
And Cuba was his part.
Yeah.
Cuba and Africa was Barack's part.
Yep.
And what was happening maybe 12 years ago, where they were going, who can we put in that will smooth over
on the
and make the next piece
side of the game?
Well, look at this charismatic, light-skinned gentleman.
Middle name Hussein.
Hey, and this goes back to a lot of stuff that we need to deal with. Let me tell you, it's orchestrated. I mean, on the Mozart, Beethoven level.
Bruh, it is.
Because watch this. Love my brother Antonio Moore.
Yeah, shout out. Did you see the thing he did?
Yes, I saw the video he did. Peep the game on the other video he did. The thing that he did on the other video, please calm down. Okay. The thing he did on the other video.
Okay.
Y'all remember the video he did about the Harvard admissions, where Harvard comes out and say they have more black students? He dug deeper. Wait a minute. When you say black students, are you saying African Americans? Or are you talking about real immigrants?
Right. Ghana.
People from Jamaica. People from
Ghana.
People from Africa. People from Nigeria. Right. He said, you have to understand, Barack Obama and Kamala. What's her name?
Kamala Harris.
The next stooge.
Kamala Harris. Yeah. What he's saying is Barack Obama and Kamala Harris are not African American.
No.
They're not.
No.
Just how you raised in the neighborhood, from here, born here.
Michelle is. She's from 79th and Vincennes.
Yeah, Michelle, right. Yeah, she a gangster.
Michelle. But what he was saying is all of that is orchestrated, and then they put it under the guise of you. Like, this is something for you to be proud. Wait a minute. You guys are still on our head.
Right.
We don't have the opportunities that immigrants who come in with some kind of national affiliation and some kind of wealth to be able to put them in position to maintain moving upward. He was like, you got to factor in that part too.
And you ought to be.
I think that's an intelligent
You ought
angle.
to be, dear academia, dear corporate America. Every time that you praise somebody black for rising up from the gauntlet that yo folk set up for them to run.
See, you could do it.
Or anytime you condemn somebody for not making it out, you ought to be ashamed of your fucking self, because this is the gauntlet you made. They don't have to run. Imagine a 100-yard dash. In the white lane, white boy sponsored by Nike, Gatorade, Adidas. He got all his shit taken care of, news coverage. Then, and look at his run. Look at his lane. It's smooth and paved out. It's got that bouncy shit on it when you run. Now look in the black lane. It's broken glass. It's niggas with brass knuckles waiting. It's niggas waiting to fuck up other niggas. Oh, yeah. And the white boy already took off. Pow! Go.
Wow.
You cannot stand at the end of that line with a stopwatch and hyper critique the brother in the lane with the broken glass and pimp piss. Which, by the way, sisters, that's what you doing. When you ask me how much money I got and what my accomplishments are, that's you standing at the end of that finish line with your fucking stopwatch. Are you taking into account my lane? Are you taking into account that before you run in my lane, they sweep it for you? You ain't in the other lane. You just think you are. Yes, when you in my lane, are you taking any of that into account?
This is crazy.
That's real.
I'm just telling you right now, I always say this. Get out the way. Get the fuck out of the way.
Get the fuck that way now.
I say get out of the way because they got a lot of shit gearing up right now. You got to remember, this is a stage. I keep telling y'all this is a stage.
Here it comes.
And they get y'all to play a role so that then they can respond to the role you're playing.
I'm going to treat you like savages, so when you act like savages, we can treat you like savages.
What we've been saying this whole past time, especially since I've been on the show, is about, and you've been saying it ever since you guys started the show, is organization. Organization right now is like life and death. Because you guys don't understand that if you're individualized, when they come with the fucking smash through on this whole thing, you're getting fucked up. It's only going to be people who are big enough to be able to be seen by these motherfuckers who will have some power. And that will be organizations. That'd be your organizations, your corporations, your things like that. So unless you guys understand the new thing that's coming around in the world, that's the new citizen. You guys have to organize, because remember, corporations and things like that legally are persons. So a trust is a private person, corporations are public people. So unless you guys organize and get with the new program that's coming, you will get smashed in this new coming world.
You gonna go the way of the beeper too.
Damn.
You're listening to the ZoWhat Morning Show on dashradio.com. I'm Zoe Williams. Today's topic is a doozy. Call it what it is. Why was it so difficult for the president to just call it what it is? Two or 3 days of just waiting, getting pressured, feeling like he was forced to say something. Why was he forced to say something, Jeff?
He was forced to say something by people who believed he was actually going to say something.
I want to hear from Omarosa. How do you feel?
Thank you.
You a sister.
She always there kissing his dick.
Oh, did you? Oh, I love that. I love that.
I'm just saying, like, you a sister. Something you
What
got.
an Agent
There's
Orange.
something in you that gotta say. There's something in you that gotta say. God damn, I chose the wrong one. This is how he really feel about my people.
No. See,
They're not our people.
No.
Okay, cool.
That's the problem. Okay,
I was still giving
that's Zoe over in Amarosa's head. Okay,
that's how I sound in her head.
that's how you sound in her head.
Okay, cool.
Pull yourself out of that nasty cesspool and
Damn.
get back over here.
I still got hope for the sister.
No, I have no hope for her. You know who she is? In Django, she's the fine girl on Big Daddy's porch.
What was her name?
I forget her name, but she was fine as Persian cat hair.
Somebody find out that girl name.
She had her white dress. She was real dark skinned.
Tell me what your name is.
Okay.
What her name is?
There are people. There are way too many of us who think our little bit is a lot.
Yes.
She think Omarosa thinks she doing something.
Yep.
She thinks she really thinks she
Yeah,
doing
man.
something. I suggest season 3 of Game of Thrones for this bitch. You really need to watch.
Dracarys.
Yes. Speaking of game, I'm gonna put that in my rant.
Yeah, you just hold on.
I got some B shit.
Man.
I got some B shit on Game of Thrones, nigga. Ooh, we just came to me.
Nah, man, but I mean, I'm just looking at the world right now, and these narratives are being played out. And like I set it up earlier today by saying the world is a stage.
Yeah, buddy.
You got to question what script you've been handed.
And
Question, you're not even proofreading your script. You just reading it.
Most people don't know they got a script.
But they're gonna know today because we're pointing it out.
That's it.
That's the whole metaphor.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Truman Show.
Right.
Starring your ass.
Starring you.
Yeah.
So we're pointing it out. We're saying this is a script. What is the script? Oh, well, your race is a script, right?
Your gender.
Your gender is a script. All of these narratives are happening right now.
Your class.
And remember, I gave you a script, and just like TV works, you have to have a protagonist and an antagonist.
Right.
Well, protagonist, antagonist is black and white. So now I need you to think in black and white.
Yeah.
Let me go a little deep. The truth is ambiguous, but you've been taught to think it's black and white.
Well, to use some algebra from something a friend of mine brought to my attention, that anything by virtue of energy changes according to when it's looked at. How is the truth any different?
But
the truth changes depending upon who looking at it.
Right.
If you come in, if
truth,
you have,
truth is subjective, but facts aren't.
Well, if you come in, if you come in,
But I before we go down that rabbit hole, we have to make the distinction. The truth is subjective because only your truth, right, can be experienced.
Right.
But when you say facts are
Fact, the etymology of fact is something done.
now, let's keep in mind, facts are also linear and limited because you got some people who believe facts are infinite. Can't be infinite if it's a fact. A fact is an identity.
It's something just has been done.
That's what that is.
That's it. It's just
Right.
something
And
that
when
has
you
been
can
done.
say something is
This
something,
is an Oldsmobile.
that's it. And we're done here.
That's it.
That's the beginning and ending of that fact.
Right.
It's a very interesting horse here.
Right. So you got some people who run around thinking facts are limitless,
No.
and they're not.
They're not.
They're limited. They
Yes.
are linear.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So when we start talking about the truth, though, there is a truth and a reality
In everyone.
in everyone that is self-evident that does not need your interpretation. Right? So this is why I say everything's a damn fucking theater.
Right. Well, I'm gonna steal this.
So wait, let me
Go ahead. Yeah.
the white folk running around here. Hey, if you listen to some of the doctrine of the alt-right, we're the advanced human. Everybody else is beneath us.
How so?
Right? When we just start looking at the facts, the thing that is, the thing that is out of Africa. That's the predominant theory when we're talking about humans.
And there's no real history of you
Right.
past 6,000 years ago.
Right. No, we just and we're not saying that's not subject to change, because let me tell you something. They've been working so hard on making the Neanderthal meaningful.
Right.
After they found out this is where we are today.
Yep.
Shit, Australopithecus, Lucy, 3-4 million years ago, a Homo sapien, Homo erectus, Homo habilis. Oh shit, everybody's from Africa.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's all of the evidence or research is pointing to that right there. Cool. Fuck. Well, while it's still pointing there, we're going to do some more research to find out if there's any other way that can't be the truth.
Yeah.
And then we're going to keep lying.
Yeah.
We're going to put out History Channel shows where I know it says out of Africa over 100,000 years ago. I know the Sphinx is at least 25, 30,000 years old. I know these are old, ancient civilizations, and if they're ancient, they're black. I know that, but when I cast this movie,
everyone will have English accents.
This is a reason why.
I am your pharaoh.
Right. This is a reason why the white people playing their role as superior are so invested in it, because that's their cultural script.
Yes.
But even the term white is part of that script.
Kev, I get that. That's something that has to be broken down. They don't understand that. Most white people don't walk around and go, if
that's what
manufactured the word white.
Well, that's what I mean, though. That's why I said they're miseducated too. They don't have the correct understanding, because I was watching some KKK shit, and they were playing on CNN, and they hold white power, and I mean, they must have said that 100,000 times.
Kev, I hate to interrupt you, but it is not white power.
Excuse me,
It's
Mr. Bickle. Excuse me, Mr.
White
Bickle.
power. PARR. White power. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but you see what I'm saying? And they also said that the basic premise of the Ku Klux Klan is exclusion. So again, you go back to when they created the white privilege movement in 1691, because there was no such thing as the term white man in the books before 1691.
Yeah.
And so due to the Bacon's Rebellion, when the Caucasian slaves and the melanated slaves, they got together and overthrew the elite plantation owners for about 10 months till their leader died of the shits. But then, so you have that from then all the way up until now. So you got the KKK. They're just they're just an extreme of when they came and gave the Caucasian people privilege in order to make them think they were better than the melanated servants. Oh yeah, we're gonna call you free labor. You're not slaves anymore. You're free labor. Oh yeah, help us go hunt down some of these escaped servants, or these, because it wasn't slaves back then until. It was slaves actually at that point. So help us track down some of these escaped slaves. But again, them interacting with the elites made them think that they were on a higher plane, because we come together on these little slave patrols, whatever. And then you have some of the elites in the town that were there, so that made them think because they were there doing that shit, they were on some elite level. Yeah, but then you go back to your old bullshit, your bullshit crib, your bullshit life, you don't. None of that. They got to interact really no other way.
Have you ever noticed in every, this is coming to me right now, in every movie where there is the elite party scene and the chief of police is there, how is that motherfucker dressed? Like the chief of police. You ain't got no suit on. You ain't got no tux on. You put that little funky ass monkey suit and you come in here so everybody can know he's in charge of the trash.
He's a low worker.
Yes.
You got to understand that is the name of the game. So the term white, so them and the term black as well, these are part of the script that they have to get you to play into in order to divide you. If you know that you're the same, if you know that you're the same, then you're going to focus all that energy on me.
Hassan.
That shit.
Hassan.
That's exactly what I was going to say earlier. When you guys was talking about the stuff, is the division based on what happened during the slavery time?
Yeah.
What you're talking about. I was going to say that earlier. That same point. But how do you get everybody to overlook all that stuff?
White people like, fuck that.
Yeah.
This is our world. My world.
But that means they messing America up. The Republicans, the Democrats, they just messing it up for us.
No. Governments are like fiat currency. They all return to zero.
Come on, bro.
He's right. They all crash.
They all crash. And they crash for a purpose. Mm-hmm. See, even though they crash, they're still in existence.
And they never.
This is why you call America New Babylon or New Rome, or it's still the extension of all those empires. New York,
New Jersey,
of all those empires that pre-existed before them. It's a continuation. It's just a reorganization.
Absolutely.
This is why when they created the new, not the New World Order, but NATO.
Yes.
They already knew, hold on. Okay, we got to consolidate power. And now we recognize in consolidating power, it's not just consolidating power for a specific country.
Right. The world.
It's world power,
baby.
Because to go back to what you said a little earlier, Zoe, when a government, when a system crashes, the only people who are shocked are the people who don't make decisions.
Yep.
Oh, it's a group of motherfuckers who could tell you. It's a small group, but it's a group of motherfuckers who could tell you right now what day and what time the dollar's going to collapse.
It's a small group.
It's a small group. But those people in that group, they going to make sure all the military's in place. Have you looked at new tract developments of homes? That grid shit is over because grids are too easy to escape from. If you look at an aerial view of the way they make homes now, big community, one way in, one way out. When you get out, long ass median, so you can't just turn. Who you think gonna be on that fucking median? Why do you think? Do you think that is not connected to the, hey, we're done with these armored vehicles, let's send them to Mayberry? Yes. Because
let's send them to Mayberry.
Because you motherfuckers in Mayberry are going to shit your pants when your ATM card don't work.
Wow.
And they know that. And they are setting up for that and lining up for that. And they have been. That's what pissed me off with niggas. White folks, this plan we in right now is at least 70 years old. At least.
Man, they have.
Niggas got a hard time planning a family reunion out of town.
Like, it's all happening now. So the plan has been already in place. When you see the shit happening, the plan has been in place for you fucking forever.
Okay? The plan, let me put it this way, especially for you football fans. When you see a quarterback drop back in the pocket and hit somebody either 8 or 15 yards out, do you know how much planning went into that?
Yeah,
he didn't just in the huddle.
It's called a play.
Thank you. He wasn't in the huddle talking about everybody go long. Okay, you go down to the girl with the big titties, and I'm gonna fake to you. No, that's not what happened. Offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, talent scouts, video, training, all went into pro right 34 slant on 3 ready break.
That's right.
Wow.
All you seeing right now is the snap. And that's all you ever watch is the snap and the fucking pass.
The play unfolds.
You better watch. You better be watching who's on the field, why they playing, who got traded. All that shit's information. That's not for you. Just watch the game and enjoy. Have another hot dog. That's for you.
People don't understand, man. I keep telling you. Theos. Right? That's the Greek word for your New Testament word, God. Theos produces the word theater. It's a show. God is a show. Religion is a show. Politics is a show. The president just came out and performed by saying we should all be one while rampant economic inequity dominates.
Right.
Wealth is calcified in such a way today that no one has ever seen it like this. The haves and the have-nots are crazy right now. If they said if rents in downtown Los Angeles were to go up by 5%, if Los Angeles rent were to go up by 5%, damn near 60% of the population will be homeless.
Wow, that's real.
We talking about inequity, right? That's a form of terrorism. Making it hard for you to qualify for school. I don't want you to have a certain level of knowledge.
Right.
That's terrorism.
But no system has been an equal system. It's always been a classist system forever. I mean, you always had a stratus.
The successful
throughout.
people, especially in this bullshit republic/democracy, are the people who can practice socialism within it. Wow. This is my favorite analogy. That's why I'm going to use it again. My wife, when she was taking her real estate exam, fell upon this information. That here's how Asians have cornered the Southern California real estate market.
Oh, yeah.
And they did this many moons ago. Let's just say the test, the real estate test, has 200 questions, and there are 5 of us. You gonna take it as many times as you can take it over and over and over.
Right.
You gonna take it as many times as you can to memorize questions 1 through 40.
Right.
I'm 41 through 80, and so on and so on. Once we got that memorized, we got the whole
got the
fucking test
test.
sitting right here. We all study it, and now
Everybody
not
go
just
get it.
us
Yep.
5. You gonna coach 2 people.
Yep.
You gonna coach 2 people, and so on. And then when we all graduate and get our licenses, we all still work together. Now tell me, where in there did I say affirmative action? Did I say voting? Did I say citizens' rights? Did I say community? I didn't say none of that shit because these people are practicing socialism within a democracy.
So I'm going to come back to my point about theater. Everything you just labeled, civil rights, affirmative action,
Theater.
These are the scripts we wrote for you niggas.
Right.
The script that these motherfuckers refuse to let go is that General Lee, because that's what they were protesting about, that statue coming down. See, the government trying to change the script. Like, hold on, this is a diverse world now. This is an international world.
What this goddamn bullet?
Right? They trying to change the script. They got mad. No, you're not going to change the script. This is what we believe in. When they say take down the Confederate flag, that's changing the script. No, that's what the fuck we believe in. But if you believe in that, then I know you harbor some shit about the black people in your neighborhood. You don't want black people going to school with you. You
And they
don't want
shouldn't.
black people living with you.
And they
You
shouldn't.
don't want black people sharing the resources that you think are inalienably yours.
And we shouldn't.
These are ours. Because remember, white people were writing a script called the Constitution. Right? Now, they stole that Constitution from the Lenape tribe, but they were rewriting it, remixing it for themselves, while at the same time believing that black people, or a certain group of black people, were 3/5 of human beings.
Exactly. So how do you refer?
That's not necessarily the case. But
Oh, what was the case?
Okay. Murder was the case they gave me.
the 3/5 clause wasn't about you being black people not being human.
What was it about?
It was so that certain people could count the workers, the slave workers in their state, because you get so many electoral votes per state.
Right.
So what they were doing is they were able to count. They would classify them as 5/10, so they couldn't vote, but they were able to count their vote. They were able to count them as constituents to get the electoral votes. That's what the whole 3/5 clause thing was about.
Well, that still feels like
Yeah.
hey,
But
it feels like can I count my dog?
but-
That's what
Right.
it feels like to me.
Can I claim my dog on my taxes?
That's a,
And also the Constitution,
Rusty.
it wasn't just written by Congress. That's a deeper class, but it was written by both.
open. It's fucking Rusty's out in the bag. Jennifer, go get Rusty. I'm sorry.
But going back to what you're saying about the script, and Jeff said we live in a democracy. That's not even the script either. We live in a republic.
Well, the republic is for the people. Republica.
Res publica, yeah. But again, democracy is also government by the people. But you got to understand, people, the word people goes back to popolo, or populace, which means
Masses of unlearned animals.
or riffraff, or the rabble, rabble. But then you look up rabble, and rabble means a pack of animals. So this is what they think of the of the whole population. Right. You're up here, and they think of you as a pack of animals. But you don't understand. The democratic system is about to be through. We're done with that shit. We're about to bring you into a one world system now, which is why I don't give a shit about what your ass is thinking.
The chief reason for that is the gap. This used to make sense.
Right, the class
gap.
This
used to make sense. Back in the day when when laws were implemented and the rulers ruled, most people were pretty fucking stupid. Most people didn't know how to read. Most people didn't understand math. Most people didn't understand social complexity. That gap has closed over the years to where knowledge being so readily available, we got too many motherfuckers who are regular that think irregular. It wasn't a whole bunch of us 400, 600 years ago. Now, 7,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, yes. But now, no. That gap has closed, and we got to do something.
Man,
because this dumb
shit is widening like a motherfucker.
This dumb shit's not working anymore. This dumb shit,
I just feel like something is on the way.
Something horrible this way coming.
Again, they're separating the gap between the elites, the people who know, and the rabble, the dumb motherfucking pack of animals, and then they're gonna smack you with this shit. That's why
my God.
They put a rabble motherfucker in charge of the whole shit to destroy it. That motherfucker is the riffraff regular
riffraff king.
Thank you.
So listen, we got to take a quick break. This shit is going ham. I see we got some phone callers. We're gonna get to you phone callers, but when we come back, Jeff's intellectual rant. What's up, Kev?
I just want to give a shout. This lady, PJ Huggins, just donated $500 to Cop Stop Guardian.
Wow.
I just wanted to say thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Dope. And we got two $100 donations as well. We appreciate that. Please continue to donate. Like I said, super chat. YouTubers, get to it. Donate super chat. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. And we'll be back at 2.2 with Jeff Brown's intellectual rant. Ladies and gentlemen, the ZoWhat Morning Show back in the building. Man, passionate conversation today. Mr. President, call it what it is. We're talking about unchallenged white terrorism and the history around slavery, around the conflict between racism and all of that angst that's been built up over the years. How do we deal with it? How do we take care of it? We've got somebody here to do just that. His name is Jeff Brown.
How about it?
He's intellectual. He's an irritant.
Keep stalling because I got to get back to my face.
He's funny.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
But he's going to drop some hella bombs right now. Jeff Brown, take us away.
Posted this yesterday around 8:30 on Facebook. Like I said 5 years ago, shit ain't bad enough for black folk to unite. Yet. To every Klansman, to every alt-righter, every Aryan Nation member, every politician, and every media outlet for making this shit worse, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. You push us closer, but still, shockingly, it ain't yet bad enough. Ain't bad enough for us to stop referring to every sister as bitches. Now, bitches exist. Some sisters are bitches. Another subject. Ain't bad enough for us to stop thinking the white man's blank. Insert any noun here. His water, his time, his concepts, his energies, his possessions, his desires are better than any of yours. Ain't bad enough for us to stop believing the Constitution has anything to do with us as free-thinking humans, although Trump and his minions are trying desperately to show you who you really are in the legal eyes of this land. Ain't bad enough for us to stop validating ourselves by what we see white folk value and cherish before we can afford it. Ain't bad enough for us to stop believing that somehow every black face we encounter is either lying, scheming, or in some way substandard. It ain't bad enough for us to stop letting anyone misuse the black people we don't know. It ain't bad enough for us to defend every sister we see with our very lives. Y'all bitches too. It ain't bad enough for us to stop with that snitches get stitches bullshit. It ain't bad enough for us to stop seeing gang members as anything other than lost tribesmen. Soon as they help us out by openly killing us in the street and the dollar crashes and we are hunted for our skin like big game, then maybe it'll be bad enough for us to stop hunting each other. Ain't bad enough yet, but we getting there. Stay tuned. Something horrible is coming. It's coming.
A lot of people would be like, yo, Jeff Brown and this dollar crash and shit.
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Let me just.
If you watch loving hip hop again. If you watch Power again, if you watch Empire or Blackish or any of the programming that is set up for you again, just understand that when shit hits you by surprise, that you need to add up all those minutes of mental programming you've spent in front of the idiot box, and they will probably entirely mathematically equal the time it would have took for you to dodge this bullshit and be in a better place than whenever they find your programmed ass.
So
I'm done.
Let me hit you upside the head with this, because people be talking about this Jeff Brown and the dollar and all of that.
Yes,
Inflationary depression or economic instability is a real thing.
Yes.
That shit
It's for real.
can happen.
Yeah.
And again, there has never been a fiat currency that has never returned to zero.
Yes.
Bubbles burst.
And bubbles burst, and you have to understand that it's designed this way.
Yes.
It's designed this way. Okay, if the monetary instrument is an instrument of debt, the system debt isn't infinite. Debt's not infinite.
Not at all.
So the system can only take so much debt before the debt collapses in on itself.
Right.
So that's that part.
Before we just gotta go, okay, hold on, wait, let's just stop.
Right. That's
the
part.
crash.
Right. That's that part. Deflationary depression. Here's another one. Terrorist, nuclear, biological, chemical warfare. Well, if it's happening in one part of the world, what makes you think it can't happen in another part of the world? Right? Just listen, just I know you don't think it could happen here because this is like the indestructible fairyland bubble. Right? La La Land, America, but it can happen here too. Because we've already followed this narrative that we're living in a play. But I've always said, yeah, we're living in a play. However, it's a game, it's a play, but it has real consequences. Right. So if we could start a war and go into another country and kick your ass and kick you out of there and take over everything and your whole life changes, you think because you have no concept of what that would feel like,
it can't happen
here. Well, you're wrong.
If I close my eyes, can't nobody see me.
Right. Because at the end of the day, what they're basically saying is whatever it takes to change, listen to these words, they're selected carefully, the social game rules, will do it. That means if somebody gets run over by somebody we planted,
bruh.
Because let me just say, regular people don't run around doing shit like that. You either get really insane, the criminally insane. How is he just out? That's number one. Okay. Or you get motherfuckers that are programmed to behave a certain way.
How about it? This is on some Manchurian
just
bullshit.
So some regular people don't get in their cars and run over people.
Just run motherfuckers over. A crowd,
So that's that.
So what you finna do after this?
Eat.
Ask me what I'm finna do after this.
What you about to do?
I'm gonna get in my car and run into some folk that I don't know.
Nobody does that.
Nobody does that.
Nobody does that. Right? So you got narratives going on. You got North Korea. Well, we're going to fuck Guam up.
Right.
Oh, really? That's going on. Then you have the other narrative.
The Guamanians is like, whoa.
Guam is like, shit.
Right. Well,
what do we do?
Then watch this. Peep the game. While that is very serious.
Yes.
You still got people butthurt about Colin Kaepernick not having a job.
Right.
Right.
That's on an equal playing field in terms of national news.
That's my point.
Well, here's my strategy. I'm Kim Jong-il or Un. I'm thinking like this. Okay. First off, if America don't bend to my demands, we don't want the bombs to destroy everything. So what I'm gonna aim my nukes at is dead center of America. Dead fucking center. Des Moines, Iowa, whatever the fuck is the center of this landmass. and I'm gonna keep bombing it because all it takes is one nuke in the middle to fuck everything up. But guess what's still standing? All the buildings, all the ports,
Right.
all the railroads. All we did was put a crater in the middle. It made you motherfuckers pay attention to that. And then we got together with China and sent 1 billion motherfuckers this way because they don't think like you think. See, white folks love killing. They don't like dying.
Wow.
They'll fight. They don't really like fighting. They like winning. That's where the cruise missile come from.
Right.
That's where the nuke come from. That's where the long range shit come from. Because they really, what is going to work against them is that one of them in their minds is worth 10,000 of us. So here's where that backfires, is when you really bring it to us and you really understand who we're not. And that is going to, that's why I say this is going to do. Get ready. It's going to be some airstrikes on the ghetto. It's going to be that's how they going to do. Because they ain't going to come see you. They don't want, white boys do not walk up on niggas 101 and yell nigga. They don't do that. They see that ass whooping coming. They don't do that.
I just think it's crazy. Like, we've bought into this villain mentality that has been sold to us.
Thank you.
About Kim Jong-un?
No, about us.
Oh, about us. Yeah.
About us.
Mm-hmm.
We're the nation's villain.
Oh, yeah.
When you got people running people over.
Thank you. Running motherfuckers over.
Right.
On some land that they forefathers stole.
We're the nation's villains when you've got David Duke, who's really the intellectual brain trust of the conservative right-wing Republicans.
Yeah.
All his ideas are that these Republicans are running on, but then they'll turn around and say all Americans should be together as one. We are one nation. We are strong. But your policies come from the Grand Wizard.
Right.
But you have no affiliation with the Klan.
So you want us to be one nation under the Grand Wizard's groove, and we can't. That's not what George Clinton had in mind. Here's why. When
It's not what George Clinton had in
no,
mind.
I don't think so. Here, I love killing this. Whenever I'm around white folks, I love killing this. Whenever they start talking about how bad the ghetto is, I go, stop, Todd. You could go to the jungle in the hood, and for those of you who are not from LA, the jungle here is where in Training Day, where Alonzo got shot in the ass.
Yep.
That was the jungle. You don't fuck around in the
cases
jungle.
on all you bitches.
Yes. Smell like pine oil. Yeah, right over there. You could put a white man naked with $100 bills hanging out his asshole, and nothing is going to happen to him because they know what does happen if something happens to him. And if the ghetto is so tough for you, Todd, please give me, and I'll give you Reginald Denny, give me the body count. Since it's so bad for white people, since the hood is so dangerous for white folks, where is the fucking body count? When have we ever, as a people, ever rolled out on y'all? That's the fear. White people fear. And this, I'm talking about regular.
Maybe they don't fear. Maybe they're just mental puppet masters that's keeping that narrative out front.
No. I think this is personal. I think this is personal. I think, and I'm not talking about racists. I'm not even talking about bigots, although it's really hard to be white and not have traces of that in your DNA. But I'm talking about the regular dude that's assistant manager at Home Depot. The regular white dude. What's in the back of his head is they are always worried that we are going to do to them what they would do to us if we had did to them what they did to us. They know that in my white mind, if you had taken my language and my God and raped my children and my wife and me in certain instances, and you did it for hundreds of years, in my white DNA, I would be planning and plotting on the day that I'm going to slit your fucking throat.
That did happen. That did happen.
Last week?
That you saying
Last week?
Well, tell us
many
when
years?
Wait.
Tell
Did it
us
happen
when it
last?
happened.
Hold on. Did it happen last week?
No.
Did it happen last month?
No.
Did it happen last year?
No.
Because we are not those niggas. The niggas you finna bring
That's
up is a whole different group of niggas.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Duddy. I'm not talking about the hundreds of slave uprisings and plantations that burned to the ground, which is why I have this, where's the camera? I have this tattoo. It is of a Confederate flag, but it's red, black, and green because I have big pride in the South. I am so proud of the South. I am proud of every slave that shit in master's pie. I am proud of every slave that tried to run away. I'm proud of everyone that got hung. This is for the brothers that got tarred and feathered. This is for the families that got broke up. Yes, my pride is for the other side. So them niggas I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the cats now.
Well, no, I hear you.
Who you
but
talking about, Kev?
I'm talking
who you
about.
talking about?
This old contrarian ass nigga. Who you talking about?
I'm just. Didn't we say something about facts? So facts are that we did start slavery. I mean, the Moors started slavery. Melanated people, we started slavery in history. We did it longer and better and greater than anybody. So when you're talking about, they would feel it. They feel no. I'm just saying that's what happened.
What it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But I'm just saying, so when you say they feel it in their DNA, they do. That shit is in their DNA. Them whoopings and us rolling up on them and snatching whole villages in the middle of the night and all that shit is it. That fear is within their DNA. They remember that shit, even though they don't understand why they remember it. But they have that fear. When you talk about why police officers, they don't understand why they're so scared of melanated people when they walk up on them and they see them different. That shit is in there. Fucking niggas used to roll through, especially like you got one named Tariq. Who took Spain? When he went and took Spain,
That's the homie.
Shout out to Tariq. What's up?
But there's
Hidden Colors ass. I knew you was doing some shit.
But so there was an account of when Tariq came in. He took Spain in Toledo. When he rolled down Toledo, he put on scaffoldings all the elites of the town. He cut all their heads off and put them on scaffoldings throughout the town. It was an example to show, look, motherfuckers, don't fuck with us. And he had to fight less because of all the people who saw how brutal he was. But that's the type of shit that would go down. Mm-hmm. So when you're talking about the fear within Caucasian people, that shit is in there. And then you bring it on up to where we are now. We haven't nearly been in the situation as long as we've put other people in the situation. But the fact that we're in this situation now and we don't know, we just don't have the damn information. The fucking information. Like, we have the information. They understand. They like, look, if these motherfuckers get this information, they get a hold of this shit, that's a wrap. Yeah. So we have got to hide it all. And so when you talk about how the white supremacy thing and why they won't call white violence terrorism and all this, because the people who are, even the Democrats, the main goal of this whole shit is to not let them lose power. They like, look, no matter what the fuck is going on, if we fighting the Democrat and Republican, we cannot let that motherfucker get power again.
If we gotta let a nuke loose, we will destroy this earth before we will give it back.
Thank you.
We'll run this motherfucker off a cliff before I give it back to you.
But then they put people in the same place, so they made slaves. So this is the thing, though. We did that, but now it's a whole different game. The elites are the slave. They're the slave masters, and then everybody else is a slave. But they had to understand. They had to give you a system to where you wouldn't, like, you remember in the Matrix where they said that we tried to give them, we gave them different matrices. We tried to give them a perfect matrix, and they wouldn't take to it. Mm-hmm. And so this is kind of the same way. They have to kind of give you. So in society, they have to kind of give you a level up. If they didn't give you chances to elevate in society, then you would find some way to try to do it and do it for real. Mm-hmm. So what they say is, okay, won't you go out and buy yourself a house? Won't you go out and do that? And this is the way to get in the game and stuff like that.
We're going to give you this little habit trail to run.
Exactly. So, but if you go back to the definition of the word bondage, the fucking word bondage, the definition of bondage goes back to the English.
Okay, my porn should not even.
But no, this is some ill shit.
The shit I'm into.
Bondage.
Don't bring that up.
The definition of bondage is the householder.
Oh,
it's householder. So when you own a house, you are under bondage. You are under bond. It is the very definition of slavery. So this is the whole system they got you into.
And then the bail bondsman, typically,
you are, whenever you commit a crime, you are put under bond.
you had to put your house up.
Right.
Even
Because
public
most people
officials,
don't have
right.
the 10%, so you put your house up to the bail bondsman.
Every public official and officer has to be bonded in order to be a goddamn public official.
How about it?
You are in a slave motherfucking system. And then when you figure that out, that's when you'll be able to start to bring yourself out of it. But if you don't know, you won't do it. That's the bottom line of it.
I'm saying, and I get what you're saying, bro.
I think that the science is to make bondage attractive.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And
That's the science.
There you go. Thank you.
when you say you are trapped in this system,
In the sepsa.
in the sepsa. In the sepsa.
In the sepsa.
In the sepsa.
I've been in the sepsa many
Been in the
years.
goddamn sepsa. Who the fuck get in my sepsa? Okay. Anyway, I think the philosophical gap between you and I is that yes, we both see this system. I just don't think the knowledge of it will be enough. All the knowledge,
The application.
yes,
Sorry.
all the knowledge.
I don't just mean getting it,
all
but
the
applying
knowledge
the
of it is the blueprint of the prison. That's not Shawshanking. That's not ordering Rita Hayworth. That's not waiting till it rained, the bus opened the pipe and crawled through the shit. That's none of that. That's the blueprint of the prison.
That's part of the knowledge. And then there's also knowledge of how they made what they did to make the blueprint.
Exactly. We got the blueprint. We got that. We got all that. That's wonderful. Now, what do we do? And what I say is that even though it's late, the stage we should be in is how we act within this prison to our advantage. Meaning, shit like this. You want to get rid of, you tired of complaining about Korean store owners? Here's how you do this, hoods around America. Pick one store, and that's the only one you go to. You will choke the rest of them until they die. When they do die, those of you who are selling dope, buy the buildings and put your own people in them. Then you start going to those stores and you let this motherfucker die. The problem is that plan takes about 10 years and niggas don't like planning past what's gonna go on TV this weekend. You have got that would have to be a definitive plan. Okay, which one of these motherfuckers we like? We like Mr. Ho. He's the nice Korean.
Right.
That mean the rest of you motherfuckers, we ain't buying shit from y'all.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Go get a loan from Mr. Ho.
I'm going to tell you guys something right now, man. Humans are really close to being feral.
Yes.
Woo!
Right? We are really close to going feral.
Oh my God, I had that same thought last night.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because people don't know how to self-lead, right? Because you don't know how to be accountable and own your own shit, you're always going to look for someone else to provide answers to your problems, right? And if any of that infrastructure that provides answers to you were to crash, overnight humans would go feral.
Yep.
We would go wild. We would be nuts. It would be fucking ape shit. At the end of the day, you're starting to see some of that. See, I mentioned it earlier about being ready and willing to accept a role. But listen, if you're not the author of the role, you're just an actor in this precious life that the universal source of everything gave to you. Now, you didn't choose the society you were born in, and you didn't choose the script, but all throughout your life, your spirit has been saying, that shit ain't right. Your spirit, your soul has been bucking certain things. And I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes to black people in America and our position today, we got to come to terms with the shit we let slide for the sake of making it. now. You're starting to see some percolations, some bubbling. A few people standing up. Bennett from the Seattle Seattle Seahawks.
Right.
Seahawks.
Bennett is standing up. A few other guys is like, nah,
It's bullshit.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, like Skip Bayless said, if we all stood up as a collective, do you understand what I'm saying?
That's the dangerous. Yeah.
Oh, that's the, and I'm not just talking about football.
Everything.
Everything.
I'm talking about
Everything.
everybody for everything, and when we say everybody, we mean everybody that don't belong to a fucking country club.
Thank you.
Everybody, because
Yes.
you plaid wearing motherfuckers who watch this show. There is
Plaid
some
shorts.
yes, dear goobers that have been assigned to the ZoWhat show and to watching the people involved with the ZoWhat show, because I know you exist. Please understand that you are not on the level of the motherfucker who's in charge of the motherfucker, who's in charge of the motherfucker, who's in charge of the motherfucker who told you to watch us. All them motherfuckers right there, y'all in the same boat that the power elite has a plan for your ass too. When they say 2/3 of the Earth's population, 2/3 of the Earth's population is not black. 2/3 of the Earth's population is your dumb plaid wearing ass. If you wear plaid, I'm talking to you. If you drive a truck, I'm talking to you. If you got a Facebook page, I'm talking to you. Because the people who really make the decisions don't wear plaid, don't drive trucks, and don't have a Facebook page.
And again, we're back here full circle. Where do we go from here? What other events are staged? I'm not going to say planned. I'm going to say staged.
Staged.
Yeah.
The same group that was in Virginia, same group, they got some shit staged for Boston and Texas. I think Texas
The white
is,
supremacy group?
yeah, I think Texas is 9/11. On 9/11,
Oh.
they got something staged.
I don't know.
Some more
I
shit.
don't follow.
So it's
What
about
do
to
you mean?
be a gang of shit, a gang of little fucking
Skirmishes?
Yeah, skirmishes going down.
Brothers and sisters, stay home. Stay away from that.
Yep.
Okay, Texas on 9/11. Help me out. I'm gonna need some.
They have another event like the march that they had
Oh, yeah.
for Charlottesville. They got the same group got other events planned.
Yes. What would happen? What would happen if they marched and nobody showed up?
That's and again, I'm gonna come back. You remember Ferguson? Let's just go back to recent history. You remember Ferguson?
Yeah.
Why you got playing undercover cops in the crowd rioting too?
Right.
Right.
See, I'm gonna go back to my initial analogy of the Black Panthers versus the KKK. Black Panthers are seen as terrorists, so the government steps in and eradicates them.
Handles this terrorist situation.
The KKK, there in the 20s. You had KKK in Congress. Outward, I am a Klansman
Klansman.
and a
Like
Congressman.
Like a
4
big
million of
fucking
them
bowling
motherfuckers back
team.
then.
Like a big fucking bowling
I think it
team.
was in Indiana.
In the words of
They still exist. The point I'm trying to make is
Yes, sir.
they still exist. The Black Panthers do not.
Okay.
Not in the context that they
No.
did when they originally started.
here's some deep. Here's some shit. I'm shout out to KRS-One. He said, "When have you ever seen a Klan robe in a thrift store?"
Where are they?
When you see the Klan robes, they're always nice and clean
Stitched.
and new and stitched. Who's making those robes? Who's cleaning them?
That's real shit.
That's some real shit when you think about that. I ain't never seen a dunce hood.
Clan cleaners.
There's somebody cleaning them robes, somebody making them robes, and they doing it right under your fucking nose.
And here's the thing. It's all tied in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
It's going down, man.
I made this point earlier. Everything is tied in.
Thank you.
The Klan is a secret society.
Why do you think they got the pointed heads? Because all they are, this white point, those are teeth. The Klan are just the animals. They're the teeth of this thing.
Well, that was an interesting point that you made.
Was it?
Yeah. Well,
Did it smoke a little to get up there? But that's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
They are the teeth. They are the teeth.
I was following for a second. I was like, what?
What the fuck did Jeff just say?
The clan is a type of shark.
Then you made a left.
I was like,
He was
oh, okay,
following.
cool.
I
I was like, well, okay, cool.
Oh shit! Clan shark! Clan shark! No, that's funny.
No, but I'm just saying it's a secret society.
Yes.
And I'm always interested to see what secret society is a part of, what social order they want to bring in.
Mm-hmm.
Civil rights had its secret society member, MLK. Right now, we have secret society members.
We do.
Leading particular protests.
And Black Lives Matter shit.
What the fuck is going on? Man, you better be skeptical of everything.
Mm-hmm.
The most intelligent people believe nothing because they challenge everything.
Show me. Show me.
Show me.
Show me.
That's all I got to say, man. We in a tough situation, and I'm not apt to believe a fucking thing that the news tells me. Right? What are we going to do about Trump and all that? We ain't going to do shit.
No.
What we should do, that everybody been saying for 50, 60 years. I mean, you look at fucking Farrakhan. Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. That man has been teaching, get together, come together, work together.
Forever.
What, 60 years? 50, 60 years now? We still ain't came together. You, listen, it don't take a genius to know that this is a racist society. This is a society that demands black male capitulation in order to live a normal life. In order to have happiness, you must capitulate, nigga.
buddy.
Right? You still got niggas running around saying, cut your hair and fit in.
You must cut your hair for massa get here.
And do the right thing and bootstrap and all this. You still got that going on.
You know massa like a fade.
When you know this is a broken society, how can you say do the right thing inside a broken society?
How is that even possibly right?
How can you say, you know, this is all we got and this is the best we can do? That ain't even manhood.
Well,
God damn it.
I had this conversation with my wife a little earlier about she had an issue with an Uber driver. And so she had to go somewhere today. And right before she left, I came out and I spoke directly so the Uber driver could hear it. Call me if you have any problems on the way to the airport. And she goes, babe, why are you so aggressive? And I had to explain to her that I only appear aggressive to you because my station as black man in America has been made passive in comparison. I'm supposed to look out for you. I'm supposed to be there for you. And if I'm not angry right now, if I'm not afraid right now, if I'm not preparing right now, then that nigga right there, if I'm that nigga is suspect. Any dude, ladies, if you were a dude right now that is not concerned on the level of prepping, is not concerned on the level of DEFCON fucking 1 for black people right now, that nigga is suspect from a couple of areas. Either he worked for the system or he gonna lay down when they get here.
Well, with that said, might as well just wrap this thing right on up.
I love when the Chattanooga come out. We're gonna wrap this thing.
Yeah, wrap this thing right on up. Hey, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. The ZoWhat Mornings. We ain't got all the answers.
No, we don't.
Not even close. But I know what? I know one thing. This is a cause for some kind of alarm.
How about it?
In terms of just being alert to what's going on, to what's about to happen. You looking at the news like it's the truth. It's not the truth. The news is a script. Politics is the real.
News would be the intermission.
What do they call those reality TV shows?
Yeah.
Yes, Hollywood. Politics is the real reality show.
Starring you
with real consequences. Oh, but there's a script because you've been told what to think is right. All the way down to what is God, to what's a good politician, to what's a good man, to what's a bad man. All that shit was written by someone else to keep you subordinate in this society. You are not an original thinker. You need answers that come from outside you, from the broken system that is in power. You are waiting for the solution instead of being active in creating your own. All I'm saying is doubt everything. Question everything. And while you're doing it, get the fuck out the way.
How about it?
Prep, provide, protect. Because at the end of the day, they about to come with some shit.
I'm gonna teach you to wait on you so that you can fail yourself.
You have got to unify. Life and death, unification.
You are the
life and
answer.
death right now.
You are the fucking answer.
I'm gonna go check out what Stevie and Jocelyn is doing.
Who?
See?
Stevie.
Stevie and Jocelyn.
No, I'm sorry, that's Stevie.
What is that?
Stevie.
Is that
Love and Hip Hop?
Love and Hip Hop?
Yeah.
I need to
Atlanta?
find out what's going on.
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah.
What happened on Power? What happened on Power? Girl, I got to watch Empire.
Is that a power hack?
Cookie? It's crazy.
Well, shit.
Okay.
Everybody, I do want to say, get together. You guys are so focused on getting together with your own race. And you have to understand, if you get together with your own race, make poor your race. Because all you poor motherfuckers, that's all it is. Make that a race. Because then, now you're not looking at skin tone. Now you're looking at people of your same mind state.
I mean,
that's who
what
you
you
need to
saying
get with.
right now, the people who run Dash Radio, white people.
See?
The motherfuckers let me come in here
And cut
and pepper jack sauce off. Ain't no niggas gonna let me do this.
See?
A nigga be like, hey, nigga, that's $400 an hour.
Seriously.
You got to give me $400 an hour, nigga. I can't help you now.
Whoa. That's the deep shit you just said. Black people, we have got to find a way to communicate and deal with and trade with one another that does not equal the green paper with the white slave owner on it. There has to be a way. There is something that me and Zoe, and we talked to Frank about after the show.
Hey, but we got to get off the air right now while you working.
We doing a bunch of shit together that equals something big that don't have nothing to do with money. You got to find ways to do that.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all, we got to get up out of here. The Voice of Reason is later on tonight. It's going to be crazy, 5 to 7 p.m. We're going to broadcast live. Hopefully the stream will be better than it was today. Please forgive us for the issues we were having. But hey, it happens that way sometimes, especially with topics like this.
Right.
All right, we're going to holler at you next week. Dude,
please get out. Donate. Cop Stop Guardian, please.